Hey guys, welcome to a segment of Inked After Dark with me, Heidi. My name is Heidi Levon. I live in Portland, Oregon. I'm just gonna wait till this audience builds up a little bit here. I haven't gone live in a couple of weeks. The last time I went live, I was getting tattooed. I was getting my back tattooed, actually. It's finally finished, which is nice. Yeah. What's up, Mark? No like. Nice. As far as topic, I thought today or tonight we could probably just do like a Q&A. We could talk about tattoos. We could talk about being tattooed in the workplace. A lot of people have jobs where they can't be tattooed. A lot of jobs are a little bit more relaxed on that. I can't call you. Sorry, man. So, if y'all have any questions at all, just let me know. What do? I do hair a couple days a week. I also model. I've been modeling for a few years, and that's always fun. I've also taken up photography that I've been doing for the last year. I taught myself Photoshop and Lightroom and retouching photos and videos, and that's been really cool and fun for me. I get to do it with my boyfriend James, who's really helpful. He shoots a lot of my photos, actually. It's just really convenient. Do you guys see my lovely little setup? Yeah. So, you can find my work on Instagram under Heidi Levon. I've made a little ghetto sign, which is probably a lot easier than stopping this and going to find it. You can screenshot this and you can find this on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I think that's it. Yeah. So yeah. Thank you very much. I've been getting tattooed for the last 11 years. I'm quite the collector. I am hoping to finish my back this winter, as I have the very top half of it finished. So that's nice. Thank you. It's a lot brighter, bluer than I usually have it. I have it a lot darker than this usually. And I tried to like lift through this midsection, so it's kind of mossy. I've been a licensed hairstylist for the last 10 years, so as easy as it would be to have other people do it, I just color it. It's easy. I don't cut it myself though, that's too hard. My ears? Sure. And I think the size is 1 1/8 inches. They used to be a little bit bigger. Honestly, they've become more of like a hassle, like an inconvenience to have. So, and I had fun with them. I don't regret having them stretched, but I think, I don't know, the next few years I'll probably have them sewn up. They had a good run. My hobby. My hobbies include modeling, photography. I do hair for a living. I have for the last 10 years. I also love doing it. It's fun. I'm good at it. I live in Portland, Oregon. I actually live right outside of Portland in Estacada. It's very small. It's just one street. And you have to drive out kind of, not far. It's like a 30-40 minute drive out. But we live on a bunch of land with a bunch of cows and a barn. And yeah, it's nice out here. I don't mind it. I grew up in Alaska, so I'm used to temperatures that range anywhere from 30 to 40 below. Super cold. Get out of here, Odie. The dog just wandered in here, so. Do I glow in the dark? I haven't checked to see if my hair glows in the dark yet. I mean, it doesn't in regular dark, but I haven't put it under a black light. But there's a product you can put over this. I think it's like a Pravana product. that you just kind of like put all throughout your vivid hair that makes it glow in the dark. So that's really cool. I do have blacklight tattoos, but just right here in my coral. So if you put this under blacklight, this glows in the dark. Yeah. The longest time I've sat for a tattoo. Oh, I think it was my outer thigh piece over here. I mean, it's kind of hard to see. I can show you kind of like this. It's a Chucky piece. It's my favorite movie, let alone my favorite horror movie. Like, all of them, the trilogy. All 4, 5, 6 of them now. There's so many. Yeah. The neck, ooh. The sides of the neck was really easy. It was all my throat and my chin that sucked the most. And I definitely did not sleep for this. This was the worst part about it. And the back of my hairline, I've got it tattooed all the way almost to the back of my neck, so that hurts a lot. What's up, Jordan? Yay! If you guys are on Inked Mag's Facebook quite a bit, you guys can tune in Monday, and it's called Mondays with Jordan, and she's super awesome as well. So, mad props to Jordan. Thank you. Yeah, so if you're just tuning in, my name is Heidi Lavon. I'm going to show you my tacky little scratch it paper backwards. So screenshot this, and you can find this on or you can find me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. I think that's good for now. So, and I'll also be on Is My Girl. I think it's going to be HeidiLavon.ismygirl.com, and that's a new thing that Inked Mag's putting out, and it's a wonderful platform for ladies in the industry, models, to put all of their content. So y'all can follow me there too. Oh, getting eyes tattooed. I don't know. I think it looks really cool. I don't know if I would ever get my eyeballs tattooed because it just looks way too painful. And I'm kind of a baby when I get tattooed, so this sucked. The knee totally sucks. What kind of music do I like? As I've gotten older, I've found myself really enjoying EDM, so it's electronic dance music. So anything I can sing to, anything I can dance to, that's a ton of fun. Yeah. So if you're just tuning in, I'm just gonna keep saying it. Y'all can find me on basically every social media platform under Heidi Lavon. And that shows a lot more of my tattoos. Yeah, kind of, it's like a little look into my life, so. Neck tattoo. So, I guess a tattoo walkthrough. I'm from Alaska, so I'm trying to do like a bunch of like Alaskan themed stuff over here. So I've got like a chick with a wolf head, foxy kind of thing going on. This is, I think it's called a pika. It's an Alaskan rodent. Got a raven down here. Got an Eskimo on my hand. Mermaid. And then I've got like an ocean sleeve. And then this is Falkor from the Neverending Story. If you guys love that movie. Thank you. I love the hair too. It's really hard for me to stray away from coloring my hair blue or black. It's always blue or black. Or turquoise. Any kind of combination of that. And it's really easy for me to do because I do hair. That's what I do. Not only is it my hobby, it's my career. I've been doing it for the last 10 years, and I love it. It's actually, first of all, I just want to correct you. It's not gauging your ears. Gauge is the size of the plug or the ear jewelry or the jewelry you wear in your ears. It's actually called, they're plugs. These are plugs. They're silicone. They're very comfortable. I love them. And it took me, let's see, I started stretching. It's not gauging your ears, it's stretching your ears. I'm sure that irks like a ton of piercers out there. Hearing people say that, it kind of irks me too a little bit. But I started stretching my ears back when I was like 15, and my parents hated it, and it was like the best thing ever because I was such a rebellious kid. I still have that rebellious streak. But now that I'm gonna be 30, like, I'm gonna be 30, you guys, this is crazy. I've had them for long enough, and I just feel like they're more inconvenient. Not only do I love the silicone, they don't fall out as much, but they still fall out, which is annoying. So I end up losing all of my plugs. Like, I'll find them underneath the bed, underneath the couch, inside the sheets. It's really annoying. So, and jewelry is not cheap. Like, it's not. I don't want to have to be spending so much money on that, losing all my plugs. So, I don't have anything tattooed on my feet. Actually, I have really hard. I've got a toe tattoo. There we go. I've got a toe tattoo. I have a little Jesus fish tattooed on my toe, and that's all I have. I'm actually really afraid to get my feet tattooed. I also don't have anything tattooed on my ribs. For as tattooed as I look, you would think that I have my feet and my ribs tattooed, but I don't. I'm like totally trying to avoid it. I know, these lobes, they're insane. Yeah. Ooh, how did that feel getting half of your face tattooed? I only have a little bit right here. That wasn't so bad. Actually, the most painful thing about getting your face tattooed was like laying on the table like this while they just, so that was a little agitating. What is the difference? What is the big difference between, let me see, typical modeling? I mean, there's so many different kinds of modeling out there. There's, and I don't think I would even call it tattoo modeling. I think I would call it alternative modeling. Someone who's maybe modified or isn't, I don't want to say basic, but somebody who doesn't aesthetically look as typical as maybe the next person might. Some people wear more tattoos. I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I didn't know that I would be this tattooed when I started. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna get like, you know, a couple like 3/4 length sleeves and like, you know, maybe I'll get my chest done. I think I had something very traumatic happen to me, and so I ended up getting the side of my neck tattooed because I just felt like that was the right thing to do. And then I was like, well, I can't stop there. I gotta keep going. So I tattooed the other side, and then I eventually just brought the chest up into my chin. So I guess the best thing about having your neck tattooed, ladies, is you don't have like a makeup mask. So when you're like trying to pull down all your foundation, you don't really got that line. Like, it cuts off right there. You know, I do a little contouring maybe like right there and right here, but I eventually want to get this and this tattooed anyways. So, yeah, no. My very first tattoo was when I was 18. It was on my 18th birthday. And I had my chest tattooed right here. By Christian Lies, actually. And he's out of Fairbanks, Alaska. I think he's in Anchorage now, but that was my very first tattoo. It was based off a music album by 3 6 Crazy Fizz, because I super love metal. I did then, I still do. And yeah, so they're also from Alaska, which is like super cool. And I like confess my undying love to Brock and the band. When I saw them, I think it was like a year ago, I was like, you have no idea, like my first tattoo was based off of your album cover, Snow-Capped Romance. So yeah, that's the story with that. There's a story for that. I'm also a hairdresser, Jeremy, so thank you. I tried to lift through here. I was saying this earlier and I just turned kind of mossy. So I'm going to go back over it. I'm actually going to Pasadena next week, and I'm like super stoked about it. I've been to Los Angeles once in my life, and apparently Pasadena is in Los Angeles, right? I'm a noob, so I wouldn't do that. I don't go to California often. I've been to the East Coast way more than I've been to California, and California is right below Oregon. So I love the East Coast as well. But yeah, I'll be in Pasadena next week at the Golden State Tattoo Convention. And James and I will be getting there Friday morning, so super duper early. Then we're gonna roll in Friday, hang out with everyone. You can find me probably at the Inked Mag booth or the Black Hope Curse booth. I'm like really super excited to see all my friends. So it's kind of hard too, like you meet a lot of people that are really awesome from social media, but then they live in like the next city over, or like, you know, far over on the East Coast, so you don't get to see them often. And that's what I love about going to tattoo shows, is you get to be there with all of your friends and you get to just be there. You get to be part of it. So It's awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. I have not been to Boston. I've been to New York a bunch. I used to live in New York. I used to live in Long Island, actually. I've been to Philly twice. I've been to Jersey. James and I, like, this is totally random, but when we were in Jersey last August, so like a few months ago, he, at a tattoo show, he filled out this kind of thing, like, win a trip to Florida, at the tattoo show, and we just got a call back, like, a few days ago that, like, we won it, so, James and I won a trip to go to Florida. I think it's Orlando, and we're not sure exactly, like, when we're going or anything, but I'm really excited because I've never been to Florida. And they also are giving us free tickets to go to any, like, amusement park there. So I think it's Universal Studios, Disney World. I don't know what else is there. Six Flags. Yeah, so if we were going to choose between Disney World and Universal Studios, what do you guys think and why? Because we're going to be there and I would like to make the good choice. Yes, yes, yes. So yeah, so if you're just tuning in, my name is Heidi. You can find me everywhere. Backwards, always backwards. Go ahead and screenshot this. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and soon Is My Girl. So yeah. And Is My Girl is, like I was saying earlier, an awesome platform for models, you know, ink girls, models in general, people that just want to, like, share their content, and they get to put it in a place where y'all need to come visit. So yeah, Universal Studios seems pretty cool. I don't know where, like, they have, like, the Harry Potter world or something. I don't know if that's a part of Universal Studios or if that's its own, like, theme park or whatever. I don't know. I need to do some research. But it looks like y'all are saying, a lot of you guys are saying Universal Studios, so I think that's where we go. Yep. Guatemala. Wow. Holy moly. Yeah, I've definitely never been to Guatemala. I went to Australia. That was super cool. I think that was like 3 years ago. That's it. I haven't been to Mexico. I haven't been to Hawaii. I've been everywhere in the US. I've been to Canada when I was, like, way young. My dad is 100% Polish dude from Saskatchewan. So I have dual citizenship to Canada, which is super cool, and a lot of people don't know that, so now you know it. Who does most of my work? I have a couple dudes. One dude was doing a lot of my work, but he's not working at a shop anymore. He's just selling his artwork, and that's cool. He's more of like a family man now. He actually married my old roommate / super awesome friend, and yeah, they got a bunch of kids together, and yeah, he's living that life. But he did this whole sleeve. He did this side of my neck. He did, like, all of my leg tattoos. I have a bunch of leg tattoos. So this, he fixed this, he did this, kind of everywhere. So yeah, you guys get the idea. What's up from Long Island? Yeah, I lived in Long Island, how many years ago? I want to be 30, it's crazy. When I was 21? 20? I was 20 when I lived in Long Island, so. Thank you. What is my favorite thing to do? Honestly, I think people are, like, expecting me to say some crazy, super active, like, activity. Actually, my most favorite thing to do is absolutely nothing, because I'm always doing something. I mean, even when I'm not working, I'm still working. I'm still plugged in on my phone. I'm still plugged in my emails. I'm still plugged in with my friends, my family. What do I like? I love movies. I'm big in movie trivia. If I'm watching an animated movie and there is a character and I don't know who's playing that character, I can hear their voice and just be like, dude, that's blah, blah, blah. So I'm pretty good at that, which is kind of lame, but which is funny too, because I've never been to Comic-Con. You would think that somebody who, like, really loves movies and movie trivia would go to Comic-Con, but no, I haven't gone. Not yet. Don't judge. Don't judge. Yeah, you know what? It doesn't really matter when I get old and wrinkly because I'm going to be old and wrinkly. I'm just going to look more decorated. That's how I see it. Some people decorate their homes. I decorate my body. You know what I mean? Like, I used to own a sweater. I think the back of it said, it won't matter when I'm 80. So I don't really have too many people ask me that. It's usually like a lot of older people. So, you know, I like maybe older, more like conservative types. You know, or people will ask me, do I regret my tattoos? No, I don't regret my tattoos at all. Like, it's who I am. It's part of me now. So, yeah, dude. What's up from St. Louis? I've never been there. I've never been to Tennessee. What is the rudest thing I've been told? Oh. Tattoo related. Let's go off of tattoo related. I was walking out of work. I was walking out of my corporate job. I think it was like 3 years ago maybe. I was walking out of my corporate job and I was at a corporate, you know, hair salon, whatever. So I walked out and I was walking around the building to go get some food. Some dude walked past me and was like, so he got a good look at what I looked like. I was wearing like tank top, t-shirt, whatever. And he asked me, so how much time did you do? Like insinuating I had been to prison because I'm tattooed, which is like totally not okay at all. Yeah, like there's people, like everyone's tattooed, like you'd be surprised who's tattooed. There's surgeons who have like sleeves and like full back pieces and lawyers and judges and, you know. So you can't judge a book by its cover. And I was at work and I had a woman, and she probably was in her 50s and 60s. She walked up to me and she was like, oh, I love your tattoos, you know, and I was like, thanks so much, it's awesome. And she's like, oh, I've got some flowers on my back. And I was like, oh, you know, and in my head I was just thinking, I was like, oh, she probably has like one flower with a fairy on it or something. But no, she like turned around and she like lifted her shirt up and she had her whole back done. And I was like, what? Because I don't even have my back done, like completely. And I mean, and this woman was, you know, a few decades older than me. So I thought it was really cool. I was the one that actually judged a book. I did the judgment, you know, thinking somebody, you know, that conservative or, you know, that much older wouldn't be tattooed or that tattooed, but they were. So, proving me wrong. Thank you so much. What did I do to my ears? Well, I stretched them. That's, you guys have a lot of questions about the ears. Ears. Thank you so much. Super sweet. Thank you so much. I am a hairstylist, so keeping my hair colored is pretty often, all the time. And I actually had it cut off recently. I had it down to here and it just wasn't doing anything for me. It was just kind of scraggly. So yeah. So I had my best friend chop my hair off. I just feel like I feel so much better. It's easier when I get ready in the morning. It's so much faster. I do have Snapchat. Oh, I forgot all about Snapchat. Snapchat, you can find me under Heidi Levon. So yeah, so if you're just tuning in, my name is Heidi. I live right outside of Portland, Oregon. I do some modeling. I do some photography. I travel. I go to tattoo shows every so often. That's a lot of fun. What else do I do? And I do hair. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Having blue hair is fun. Yeah, it's true. We're human. Everybody judges somebody, even if they don't mean to do it derogatorily. I think that's a word, right? Yes. I think I said that correct. Thank you so much. It's super sweet. No, my makeup is not... Actually, I can say my makeup is tattooed. I have semi-permanent microbladed eyebrows. It's awesome! I barely put any... I barely filled my eyebrows in. I actually went to my touch-up appointment, I think it was last week, and I mean, my brows, she did such a great job. I love them. I love them. And it didn't hurt. It feels like really heavy cat scratching on your face, and you can hear it too because it's so close to your ears. Yes, I can cook, and I love to cook. I meal prep every 3 to 4 days. Some people will, meal prep for like a whole week. I think after 3 to 4 days, like, I don't want to like eat the food because it just, you know what I mean? Yes, Vancouver, super close, 15-minute drive right across the bridge. Thank you so much. Yes. So yeah. Getting your neck tattooed sucks. I think getting tattooed in general really sucks. But I've gotten tattooed more than I'm not, so I feel like I have to keep going with it, Like it's kind of hard to look at my tattoos. Instead, I mostly just see the skin and I'm like, oh, I gotta get that. So I'm like a little puzzle piece. I gotta put it together. Yes. Yes, your wife and your girlfriends will love getting their eyebrows microbladed. It is the best thing. I absolutely swear by it. My lips aren't tattooed. I don't have tattooed eyeliner. I don't think I would get my eyeliner tattooed. It just seems scary. Like it's right next to your eyeball. I don't know how I feel about that. So, I'm not gonna answer that question. I'm gonna be choosy. Let's see. Eyebrow cost ranges. It depends on where you go. Maybe the level of skill of the microbladist doing it. I'm making that word up if it's not a word already. Microbladist, somebody who microblades your eyebrows. I actually made a video about it as well too. You can find it on my YouTube. So youtube.com/Heidi Lavon. I think I named the video literally getting my eyebrows microbladed. So it's very informative. I think I posted the short version on my Instagram, which is also under Heidi Lavon, and I posted the shorter version on my Instagram and the longer version on my YouTube. So yes. So it's like a few minutes long. And my microbladist is named Erica, and you can find her stuff under Viva La Brow, and she's here in Portland, Oregon, so downtown Portland. No, I'm not single, and if you know who I am, or if you've seen any of my stuff, you know that I'm very well happy and taken by Mr. James Ramsey. So if you visit my Instagram or my Facebook or my Snapchat or whatever, you'll see a ton of photos of James. And he's awesome. It's very awesome and cool and interesting dating somebody who's an amputee. It's like, I don't know, it's like, you just see how like tough and strong they are and what they have to deal with, and like things that we take for granted, like walking to go get coffee. Like we take that for granted completely. He will take his robot leg off, and he will hop to the coffee, fill it up, and then hop back with like a full cup of coffee. So it's like, it's talent, you guys. Yeah. No, I'm not single. I was just talking about my dude, Mr. James Ramsey. Yeah, he's got a pretty interesting feed as well. Sometimes we model together, but for the most part, he takes all my photos. It's just really easy and it's convenient for me, so. He's a tough looking dude. He looks like a Viking. Oh, I love you too, thanks. When someone says I love you, you just say thanks, man. Love you too. I don't know. Hello. Photography suggestions in the Philly area. Rub my lipstick off. I'm like, who's in Philly? I think my friend Fallon's in Philly, right? Or Jersey. Shit, I don't know. I'm trying to think. If you go to New York, you got Christian Saint, and he's awesome and amazing. He shoots a ton of stuff for Inked. He shot a lot of Inked mag covers. Shout out to Christian. Woo. It's like, is that this emoji? Woo. In real life emoji. Yeah. So yeah. And I've also talked about this a lot too, and I think it's really interesting. And if anybody is a chronic migraine sufferer, it's crazy. And even as tattooed as I am, I was very nervous when for the last year I've been suffering with migraines, chronic migraines, like crazy migraines. And I mean, I'm not talking about take some Tylenol migraine or headache. I'm talking like close the blinds, double blinds, ice cold water, sipping it, maybe puking, maybe aura, dizziness, trouble driving. Anyways. And apparently my neurologist said it's genetic. I don't know. But I actually get Botox injections for my migraines. So it's crazy. I had my second round of Botox injections all through here. My neurologist administers it. So it took me a whole year to get to that point. I was really sick and tired of all the side effects of, medicines, of course, trying to not do that so much. But he puts it all through here. He puts it all in your temples. He puts it through the side of my head. He puts it at the base of my neck. He puts it on my traps and my shoulders. And what I can only imagine, I'm super stressing my muscles out because I'm a hairstylist. So I'm blow drying like this. So my arms are constantly up, so it basically just stuns the muscle, I guess. I have never had injections, like cosmetic injections before. So this was I was nervous. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna do this. This is crazy. So I did it, and the first time I did it was like 3 months ago or something. Now I go every 12 weeks, so every 3 to 4 months. Excuse me. Yeah. And he puts it all throughout, and it's crazy, and I get I think it's 31 injections. That sounds like a lot, right? Sounds like a lot. No side effects, maybe besides, no wrinkles on my forehead. But it's been helpful for me. I also take an everyday preventative to help with it. So I can't take anything like ibuprofen and Tylenol because that doesn't do anything. I have to take something every day so it's constantly in my system to help out with that. So, and it helps that I only work 2 days a week. It's amazing. So I'm not overworking myself. It's more like part-time job, full-time life. Know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like speculation. I've spoke to a ton of piercers, and I've got a really, really good friend, Bria. Shout out to Bria, who is an apprentice, and her boss, owner, person, like the head piercer, the owner, they actually have to, when people come into the shop to get, it's called a daith piercing, and I believe, I can't remember, it's here or here, it's like around there. When people come in asking for the daith piercing, they have no obligation to be like, yes, it works, your migraines will go away. That's not how it works. There's actually no proven point about it. So I've had a lot of people also tell me oh, have you tried that piercing in your ear that takes away migraines? And I'm like, that doesn't work, and that's maybe for some people it does, maybe it works like a placebo effect. But when I get the injections, it settles, and then it just kind of stays. You know what I mean? So if you have migraines, headaches, whatever, it's like your muscles tensing up. With the injections, it stuns it, so you're not as tense all the time. And I think I'm naturally tense. So also, if you're just tuning in, my name is Heidi Levon. I do photography, I model, I am a hairstylist. Yes, all of those things and more. Yay. So if you want to find any of my work, you can find me on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Snapchat. So there we go. So if you just want to screenshot this thing, I got this idea from Jordan because she's so smart, and I was like, dude, that's the best idea ever. So yeah, so screenshot that, and then you can go search me via all those platforms. So, and I really appreciate you guys coming and watching, and I'm hoping to do this a lot more. So yeah, dude. You get migraines a lot too. Yeah, they're not fun at all. They're really debilitating. You can't go to work. It sucks. You can't do anything. Things that you thought were once simple, like going to the grocery store or going to meet your friends for dinner or lunch, that's hard because you're feeling like crap. You don't want to get out of bed. You know what I mean? It sucks. It sucks. So yes. Yeah, so if anybody has any questions for me, feel free to ask. Excuse me. Aw, thanks, man. Thanks, man. My nationality. I actually just made a post about this on my Instagram, like 3 posts back. But I am a quarter German, I'm a quarter Irish, and I'm 50% Polish. My dad is 100% Polish from Canada. It's crazy. And he's from the part of Canada that says A lot, so he says A a lot. He goes, I can't even do it. I gotta do an impression of my dad. Are you gonna have something to eat, eh? You know, like that. I can't do it, but my dad could do it better. If we got my dad on Inked Mag Live, we get my dad to talk Canadian for y'all, okay? I'm from Alaska. I grew up in Fairbanks, Alaska, for like 18 years. And then I moved all around actually, from Alaska to Arizona, Arizona to Alaska, Alaska to New York, and then New York to Oregon. So those are all the states I've lived in. And I've traveled around quite a bit to a few tattoo shows here and there, hanging out, working, you know, seeing everyone and stuff. And that's been all around the U.S. I've been to the East Coast quite a bit. I like going to the East Coast a lot, actually. I'd like to go to Chicago, Boston. I'd like to go to Florida to at least say that I've been to Florida. Maybe not in the sweltering summer. It's too much. To get your ears gauged, I don't think that's a proper way of saying, yeah, that's not a proper way of saying it. I think it's Shanae. Does it hurt to get your ears gauged? It's actually, to get them stretched. Gauge is the size of the plug or the jewelry you're wearing in your ear. So I have a lot of people also say that to me. They ask me, they go, does it hurt to gauge your ears? That doesn't sound, it just doesn't sound like it works, you know? Does it hurt to have your ears stretched? I think that's a proper way of saying it. Yeah, it sucks. Like, nothing about this is fun at all. The best part about getting tattooed or any modification is when it's over, and then I get to heal, and then I get to have it. And I'm like, oh, this is great. Look at this awesome thing right here. Like when you get your knee tattooed, oh my gosh. I mean, you have to like bend your knee. It's like somebody scraping your knee the whole time, you know? So, yeah, it's sicky. Yes, Boston for sure. I did enjoy going to Philly to have a real Philly cheesesteak. That was awesome. I haven't been to Texas. I think I was to Texas on a layover, and I think was it Houston? I don't know. I had a layover from Alaska. So I'm from Alaska to Texas, or Alaska to Seattle, Seattle to Texas, Texas to New York. So that's the only time I've ever been to Texas, man. I'd like to come one day, Lord willing. I have no kids. Kids are cute, but I just don't see where they fit into my life, you know? I just think it would be really hard, you know what I mean? And nothing in life is easy. You have to like work for it. So, you know, I see my friends who have kids, and I see how hard of a time they have, or how frustrated and agitated they get. I just don't want to have that on my back, you know? I want to be able to just, in the drop of a hat, be like, all right, I'm going to go here, or I'm going to go there. Or I just want to be able to leave my house. And I mean, have you ever tried leaving your house and like gathering up your kids into the car? Like, it's a nightmare. So I don't want to do that. Nah. Am I right? I'll do a little spin deal. So yeah, you know. Cool. Moving to America. Right on. Thank you so much. I do hair, so my hair is usually blue or black. Ouch. Yeah, I don't have my nipples pierced. Take care of those. Make sure you're cleaning them. No tight clothes. I just wear a big baggy t-shirt, honestly. Thank you so much. If you're just tuning in, again, I know it gets repetitive hearing me over and over and over, but my name is Heidi Lavon. You can find me on Instagram on YouTube, on Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, and then Is My Girl. And Is My Girl is a new platform where models, alternative models, get to post all of their work, so they get to share their content on a platform that is for Is My Girl only people, members. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. I can't wait till that goes live. You can actually go to ismygirl.com and you could plug in your email address and they will notify you when the site goes live. So I'll make sure to also leave that in this description box after I'm done with the live video. So y'all will be able to, we'll have like a custom link. It'll be HeidiLavon.ismygirl.com. So I can't wait for that. Yay. My hair is not naturally straight at all. I blew it out with a big round brush. So, I mean, if you're a hairstylist, y'all know what that means. This is the notion of the ocean of round brushing hair. I do that so that I get a little bit more lift and body, and that it also smooths it out. If I just leave my hair out of the shower, my hair actually curls because my dad has curly hair. So, what's up, Mackie? I would love also to come back to Canada. I've only been in Canada when I was like super tiny, and my dad is from Canada, so I have dual citizenship there, and I would like to go to Toronto. Toronto is the first place in Canada that I would want to go for like a numerous amount of reasons. There's a ton of people, like awesome people that I've met in real life that live in Toronto, and then there's quite a few people that I haven't met in real life that I would love to meet in real life. So yeah, so like modeling and going to tattoo shows and like networking is like great because you get to meet like the coolest people. And then y'all know each other forever. Yay. I've been live a few-ish times, but it's mostly, I think this is the first time I've gone live by myself. And I'm not gonna lie, I was like super nervous, you guys. If you took a look at my social media, you would not probably assume that I have social anxiety, but I do. And, you know, everybody gets a little nervous and stuff, but yeah, it's like once you start doing it, it's like no big deal. Yeah. And y'all are awesome. It like makes it easier when you have like really cool, like super awesome people like asking you questions and like being positive and nice and just talking. So, my emotive tattoo. My thigh piece, if you can see that, I'm not gonna like move around too crazy much here, but it's actually my favorite tattoo. It's done by Dustin Kendig, here in Portland, Oregon. Yeah, Charles Lee Ray, Chucky, like the best. The best. No, if you want to see the back of my legs, you can go to my Instagram. Backwards. Upside down. Boom, there you go. So if you want to screenshot that right here, this is where you can find me on Instagram and everywhere else. So, there you go. There you go. That's funny you ask, Austin, because I'm from Alaska. I don't think a lot of people realize it, but I actually have that in my bio. I think I have that in my bio, like in every social media platform. I'm from Fairbanks, Alaska, and if y'all live in Alaska, what's up? If you have never been to Alaska, it's freezing. I'm from Fairbanks, so everything gets really cold, like super cold, like 30, 40 below. So y'all think this like 10 above, 20 above is cold. Wait till you go to Alaska. It's ridiculous. I remember when I used to be a cigarette smoker. I'm not anymore, but when I was a smoker in Alaska with my friends, we'd be at the bar or a house or wherever, and we would like get all bundled up in God knows what, and layers and blankets and mittens and stuff if we were at home, and we would run outside and take like a couple drags, and then put it out and then run back inside because it was that cold. Like when you get to Alaska and you walk outside of the Fairbanks, Alaska airport in the dead of winter, you can't even take like a deep breath because you start choking and coughing. It is that cold. It's cold. So, thank you. Thank you so much. I love my hair color too. I think I'll keep it for a little while. Show the left arm with the jelly. Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, we could show this arm too. I think I'm just comfortable sitting the other way. But this is a Alaskan rodent. It's called a pika. I hope I pronounced that right. Pika. Yeah. So I mean, speaking of Alaska, I'm doing like a whole Alaskan themed arm over here. So, what's up, Gary Thiman? I am not Southern. I've actually never been to the South at all. I've never been to the South. I'm dying to go to New Orleans, and I think you say Nolans, right? That's like the correct way of saying New Orleans is Nolans. I do have a friend that moved there, I think last year, and I still haven't visited, so I really want to go to the cemeteries. They're just super cool, and I want to eat all the food, and I just want to see it, you know? I want to see, like, all the art, I want to see all the culture, I want to see the history, like, I'm all about it. Thank you. You guys are so awesome and nice. My Instagram, somebody was just asking, my Instagram is Heidi Lavon. It's in the description above. But if you're just joining, I'm just going to keep showing this here. There we go. Screenshot that. And that's what it is. And that's my Instagram and my YouTube and everything else. Thank you so much. Hot dog style. Do you have some tattoos hot dog style? I don't know what that is. I don't know. Some things to look for in a good artist. Well, obviously you want to take a look at their portfolio. That would be helpful because you got to know what kind of you got to know what kind of skill level you're working with here. I think it depends on the tattoo you want, honestly. For me, I love traditional, I love neo-traditional, I love realism, I like all of that. And I think the older I've gotten, the more I've started to appreciate black and gray. I wasn't like all into that, that's why like most of my tattoos are all color, but as I've gotten a little bit older, I've been doing like more, you know, like black and gray and like gray wash. So, thank you so much. Yeah. The most meaningful tattoo. Oh, you guys, there's so many. I have a memorial piece. That one's like intense. I have it right over here. Oh, behind me. There we go. It was a boyfriend I was with for 5 years, and he passed away. So, that sucks. But, he was great. And yeah, I thought I'd commemorate his, I thought I would get a memorial piece, you guys. I mean, if you want to like talk hair, or if you want to send me anything hair related, you could always send me a DM or an email, or you could visit my hair page. I have a hair page on Instagram. It's Heidi Lavon Does Hair. And yeah, I do hair 2 days a week here in Portland, Oregon. So yeah, and I've been a licensed hairstylist for the last 10 years. So that's why my hair is always changing, or it's long, or it's short, or it's blue, or it's black. So, the last and the first one. My first tattoo was this. Last tattoo was my back piece right here. I was actually on, I was live a few weeks ago actually on a Thursday. I think it was 2 Thursdays ago. I was getting this tattooed here. So, I had to like hold the composure for that because it sucked, but you have to like remain like poker face, you know, like this doesn't hurt at all, but it really does. You're like secretly dying inside. Cool. I don't really use my Snapchat as much. Disclaimer. Now that Instagram has live video, it's probably the place to find me is Instagram under Heidi Lavon. So I love that. I love that Instagram gave us that feature to do live. You know, like Facebook, because what Facebook owns it, right? Yeah. Yes. Okay. You do that. You do that. And I cannot speak Spanish. I wish I did. I wish I took Spanish in high school. It would have been so helpful, you guys. No, I actually made a post about this like a few days ago. I actually don't like donuts at all. There, I said it. I don't like donuts at all. I like cinnamon rolls. I like cookies. I think I like chocolate chip cookies the most. So, I'm just reading. I'm just reading, you guys. Do I do book covers? Do you mean like am I photographed for a book cover? You might have to elaborate on that a little bit more. I had my first tattoo when I was 18, on my 18th birthday, and it was this guy right here. I originally had planned to have it like mirrored over here, and then I just never got the other side of my chest tattooed, and then years went by and I was like, I might as well put something on my chest. And I actually had Falkor added in there. I just sandwiched it all together. So, yes. Yeah, so if you guys are just tuning in, my name is Heidi Lavon. I live right outside of Portland, Oregon. I am a licensed hairstylist. I do some modeling. I do some photography. I taught myself how to do Photoshop and Lightroom and all of that in the past year. So I do a lot of my photography with James, my boyfriend. So it's really easy. It's really convenient. We work a lot together. I don't have any tattoos on my feet. Musician. Do I believe in ghosts? Do I believe in ghosts? Oh, I believe that there are good forces and bad forces on this earth. So I guess you could just take that however you want to take that. I do believe in heaven and hell. I think that pretty much answers it, right? Yeah. Hello. If you're just tuning in, my name is Heidi Lavon, and I'm here to talk about an array of things. I wasn't 100% sure on the topic, so I'm just kind of freestyling this, you know. If you guys want to actually let me know what you guys want to hear from me, or in general, as far as topics go, what you guys think good topics are, and then maybe I can think about, you know, what I'll do next. But I'm thinking that I'll be doing live video, you know, more and more, probably on Thursdays. Probably Thursdays evening. You know, it seems like a good day to do it. Since I only work 2 days a week, it's like the best. Yeah, that's great. Ken, you know what's funny, Ken, is I would laugh too if I could actually read the negativity, but like I'm so blind that like I'm sitting back here and like I have to squint, I have to like look, get up and like you guys grill just to read this. So I'm glad I haven't read really anything much negative. Actually, everyone's been pretty super cool. So, bravo. Interesting. You guys are talking all kinds of interesting stuff here. Do you have any 3D tattoos? No, I don't have any 3D tattoos. I feel like I don't really know much about 3D tattoos. I feel like I should know that, right? I feel like I should know that. I do have some blacklight tattoos. Well, like one, I think, right? I don't know. I definitely know that I have a blacklight tattoo in my wrist, and then I've got it on my other leg. It's very small. It's like I have like a horse, and it's like somewhere in the horse, and that's it. I think it's like I have a horse tattoo, and the horse has a gold tooth, and I think the gold is actually blacklight. It's ridiculous. Yes. So I'm just kind of sitting around here. I've had some people already ask me, what am I doing here? What do you even do? Things like that. I do like a bunch of things. And if you guys care to follow me on my social media platforms to see that, then awesome. If you don't, then whatever, you know. Yes. So like I've been saying, a lot of positivity in here. Everyone's being pretty cool and nice, so. Yeah. My eyes are brown, actually. And I used to want green eyes when I was younger. I still kind of like want that. But I think as I've gotten older, I've learned to appreciate my brown eyes a lot more. So, thank you. Alaska. Christopher says Alaska. What about Alaska? Yes, I'm from Alaska. I'm from Fairbanks, Alaska, for those asking or those who are curious. Super duper cold. It's like a winter wonderland. I remember I have like the fondest, craziest memories of living in Alaska. It would be like 40 below and everyone would like get in their trucks and like the rivers would be frozen solid and we would just drive across the river, frozen solid, with a bunch of pallets, and we would like party on the river, like really crazy. Every time we did it, I could swear that we were gonna sink in the truck. It's horrible. But yeah. What's up? 907. I actually have 907 tattooed on the back of my neck. Like I don't have the center back of my neck tattooed and I still want to get it tattooed, but at the same time it's like I don't want to cover up the 907 because like I'm proud, like what's up, I love Alaska, but at the same time I think I'll have like a better piece put there, you know. Maybe they'll tattoo around the 907 or they'll just add to the 907, make it look cooler. So yeah. So yeah. Yeah, it's taken me a long time to get this tattooed. It's taken me 11 years, you guys. It's a long time to get tattooed. That's crazy. Like I'm gonna be 30 in May. So I think that makes me a Gemini. If there's any other Geminis out there, what's up? We kind of crazy. And I'm left-handed. You don't really meet a lot of people who are left-handed, and you especially don't meet a lot of people who are left-handed, like, in a relationship. James is also left-handed, so when I met James, I was like, oh yeah, I'm left-handed, by the way, you know, thinking I was super special, like, one of a kind, and he was like, oh, I'm left-handed too. I was like, nice. Great. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Alaska's awesome, but it's, like, cold, and I don't think I would ever move back to Alaska. I have a ton of friends that live there, so I have a ton of people I grew up with, I went to high school with, and I'll like visit, like I'll go on Facebook, man, and I'll just like, you know, skim on the wall, and it's like a lot of these people are still there doing the same thing. The only thing that's changed is they've gotten married and they have like families, and it's just like crazy, like, and then I sit back and I'm like, oh my gosh, where did all this time go, you know? So yeah. Yes, Gemini is the twin sign. My hair is blue, actually, as you can see. I mostly keep my hair dark blue. This is the most electric blue I've ever had my hair, like, well, lately, I guess you could say in the last decade. But I love it. And I'm learning to like it quite a bit. So yeah. So if you guys have any questions for me, leave them below. I will answer them, as we go. And I'm also looking to do this more. I'll probably be doing it Thursday evening. So if y'all want to tune in to Inked After Dark, I'll be here answering questions, talking about whatever, figuring out awesome topics to talk about. Like I said earlier, today was just kind of like a little freestyling because I have no idea. And sometimes the best thoughts come to you when you have no idea anyways. So I'll try and be a little bit more prepared next time. Maybe. So yeah. If you're darker skinned and what kind of tattoos to get, you know, I just don't know, man. I'd say a lot of white. I guess you could still get color. It wouldn't show up as much as probably this because I would probably say I'm pretty pasty. I go tanning once a week-ish. I don't go tanning to get tan. I go tanning to get some vitamin D because it rains here a lot in Oregon. And I also go tanning quite a bit because I have eczema. So eczema, like, your skin just, like, freaks out. I'll have, like, flare-ups. Nobody's perfect either. Like, I'm a human just like you know? Like, I got my own problems, and life isn't perfect and easy. So, thank you so much. Yeah, my sleeve is really old. This sleeve is, like, old. I think it was finished, like, 5 years ago or something. So, and I started getting it, I think I started getting it when I was, like, 22, and I'm almost 30. So, the last 7 years, it's just crazy. Puerto Rico. I've never been to Puerto Rico. I don't know. I don't know if I want to go to Puerto Rico. Um, like, it's just not on, like, the top of my list. I think traveling, like, James and I, this, it's not 100%, but we think we want to go to the Virgin Islands. And I've never been anywhere, like, super crazy different, except for Australia, because I did go there. But the Virgin Islands sound cool because not a lot of people, like, I don't hear a lot of people being like, yeah, I went to the Virgin Islands and it was so awesome. So I want to go explore that. Yeah, I want to go someplace where I can maybe, like, rent a bungalow type of thing on the water and just, like, walk outside. I think that sounds really awesome. What's it like? So Angel says, what's it like being all tatted as a female in the new age where it's become more acceptable? What do I think about it? I think it's awesome. Tattoos in the workplace is, like, huge. As a hairstylist, which I am, there are really no rules on kind of what you have to look like. I if anything, I would say being tattooed and, like, looking different is, like, encouraged. Because when you're a hairstylist, it's like, you're not just giving, like, a damn good haircut. You are selling yourself, man. You know what I mean? And, like, after a while, people don't even just come to you for hair. They come to you because they enjoy your company and because you're awesome or you have, you know, great things to talk about. So, yeah, like, shout out to all my clients and my lifelong friends who have come to see me. Like, I have clients that I've had clients for over 6 years that still come see me that have, you know, followed me from salon to salon to salon. It's, like, crazy. Like, that loyalty is, like, amazing. You know, you don't find that in many people. So I have some lifers, you guys. Yes, Wildwood was super awesome. I have no idea if we're coming back or when we're coming back or what's up with that, but I do know that James and I will be at the Golden State Tattoo Expo next week, and it is hosted by Nico Hurtado and Carlos Torres, blah, and Inked Bag. So yeah, so I'm, like, really excited. I've never been. I'm, like, nervous at the same time, but, like, nervous excited, you know. And y'all can find me probably. I'll be at the Inked booth, the Inked Mag booth, and Black Hope Curse. And I'm just gonna be a little social butterfly. I'm gonna be the little butterfly that I am, you guys. So you can find me all over the place. I might step out and shoot some photos. I might step out and go shoot a model, like, you know, like, whatever. You know, if a chick wants to shoot, I'll go shoot her, or whatever. That sounds fun, you know. And it's gonna be the first. It's gonna be, like, the first show that I'm going to where I don't have to work. So I just kind of get to do, like, whatever I want to do. So that's nice. And I don't mind working tattoo shows, like, that's fun too, but it's nice to have a little bit more freedom, you know? Yeah. Thank you so much. I went a little bit light on my makeup today. Yeah, I don't really wear a lot of eyeshadow. I got my eyebrows microbladed, and I got my eyeliner, and that's about it. That's funny you say Casa Grande, Arizona, because I was born in Casa Grande. Y'all are just, like name dropping and, like, getting it on the mark. Yeah, so I was born in Casa Grande, Arizona, and right after I was right after I was born, I moved to Alaska, and I grew up in Alaska for 18 years, super freezing, Fairbanks, Alaska. It's cold. Google it. It's crazy. But I had a lot of fun. Growing up, I was a rascallion for sure. I got into a lot of trouble. Yeah, it was fun. And then I moved all around. I've lived in Phoenix, I've lived in Anchorage, I've lived in Fairbanks, I've lived in Long Island, and now I live right outside of Portland, and it's great. And I live out in, like, the boonies, you guys, where there's, like, trees and cows and barns, and it's awesome. So, what kind of ink do I use? I have no idea. You'd have to ask my tattoo artist, you guys. Sensitive spot to get tattooed. Back of the hairline, chin. This sucked. This was, like, the worst. This right here was, like, the worst tattoo ever. If you have your fingers tattooed, like, I'm shocked I don't even have my knuckles tattooed yet. Like, out of all the tattoos that I have, and I don't even have my knuckles tattooed. What is that? But I do have plans for this. I want it to say Almighty, and I want it to be, like, kind of like gangster script, you know, but like huge and like off and like almost like tilted. That's what I want. So I have to look for an awesome tattoo artist who's gonna want to tattoo my knuckles myself. So I don't know when I'm gonna do it. My hands are constantly in and out of water because I do hair. So I'm hoping, you know, maybe take like 10 days off or so to let him like almost heal, and then I can go back to work. So tattoo cost. When people ask me how much my tattoos were, all of them combined or whatever, I just say 11 years. That's like, it's a pretty good general answer, you know. But yeah, I just say 11 years. How many tattoos do you have? How much has it costed? I'd say 11 years, and I don't know, like thousands? I don't know. I don't know what's the right answer, you guys. Yeah. Thank you so much. Chucky's my favorite. Also, if you're just tuning in, my name is Heidi Levon. I do a number of things. You can find me here on the Inked page, or the, you know, doing a live video probably weekly. I'll probably be doing it on Thursdays. Yeah, man. Yeah, and you can find all of my stuff on basically every social media platform. Backwards. Screenshot that. Yes. So yeah, and I'm just here answering questions. See you here. And yeah. Rose City Comic Con. Now, I haven't gone to any Comic Cons. I'm like kind of surprised. Out of all the conventions that I've actually gone to, I haven't been to a Comic Con. I don't know, but I think if I was going to go to a Comic Con, I would want to go to one in like Los Angeles or something, like a big one, you know, or New York. There's like a fairly large amount of people here in Portland that go to Comic Con, and I think it's awesome and all of that, but I think I would want it to be big. Like, I just want to go get lost in that convention, you know? Somebody said, "What's your face?" What's your face, dude? I am pretty chill. I would definitely consider myself very super chill, in fact. Yes. Thank you. So yeah, so if y'all have any questions, just let me know. Let me know. I guess the whole point of this live video is to just talk about everything in general. I think I'm gonna try to come up with topics every time. Today was just kind of like a freestyle and see how we go kind of deal, because there's gonna be a lot of different people asking like 1,000 different kinds of questions anyways, so we just answer them like stacked together, you know. Yes, my microbladist, the chick who microbladed my eyebrows, is named Erica Brown, and you can find her under Viva La Brow. So if you go on Instagram or if you go on Facebook, it's Viva La Brow, and she's awesome. She works out of downtown Portland. Amazing job. Like, I went in for my touch-up, was it last week? And she didn't even have to touch them up because she just did such a good job, and my skin accepted it a lot. So all she had to do was just point this out and then fill this here. She just did like a 1 or 2 strokes, and that was it. So it's very super worth it. If any of you ladies out there or dudes are looking to get your wife or your girlfriend microbladed, like, it's worth it. You can cut your makeup time in half. Y'all ladies know how long it takes to do eyebrows. It takes forever. I'm not going to show a little something because I'm showing quite enough here. If you want to see more, if you want to see like more of like my modeling stuff, more of my tattoos, y'all can visit my Instagram or, you know, all my other platforms. My ear size is 1 inch and 1/8, and they used to be bigger actually. And I love them. They've just become more like a hassle, a little bit more of like an inconvenience. They're annoying when they fall out. I lose them all the time. Yeah. What is my fave food? Ugh, you guys, I love Taco Bell. I love it a lot. I'm so shocked. Look at me. It's Taco Bell. Staring off into the distance. Yeah, it's really good. It's really, really good. I love Mexican food. I mean, who doesn't love something deep fried and smothered in cheese? Oh, you guys are making me hungry now. God. But yeah, so I don't eat it a lot though. I have to like limit myself. Like I have to like work out and like do things. I have to like do like good things, and then I can reward myself later with like tacos from Taco Bell or pizza. And if y'all are on social media or on Instagram, the infamous pizza photo, if you guys see it, there's a couple variations of it, but me and my boyfriend are in this pizza photo, and he's got one leg because he's an amputee, and we're naked, and there's pizza covering everything, of course. Yeah, it's pretty funny. So, and we're just looking at each other, smiling. I think we were laughing the whole time, and we totally ate the pizza after. I have a lot of people ask me, what did you do with the pizza? I'm like, you know I ate it, y'all. So yeah. Where do I work at? What's the name of the shop? If you want to find out which shop I work out doing hair, go visit my Instagram and you will find out. It is under Heidi Lavon. Yes. Body build tacos. Yeah, like weight training, cardio. I hate doing cardio. It's like, ugh. Everybody hates doing cardio. I think if I like take a really good pre-workout, I can go cardio it up. But if I don't, I'm just, and I have no coffee, like, you got a coffee first, and then have your pre-workout, then go do your HIIT or your cardio. It's just, ugh. It's difficult, you guys. Oh, my legs. Yes. We love you too. Yay. Thank you, Carla. That's super sweet. Would you do it again or not? People are talking in caps. Would I do it again? I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't regret being tattooed or having my ears stretched at all. That was like I had fun with it. It's awesome, whatever. But I'm going to be 30 and people change. Things change, you know? Yeah. You know. Do you think what is the good for you? My Instagram name is Heidi Lavon. I'm going to pull it. I know this is super annoying, but I'm just going to Snapchat, screenshot that, and that's where you will find my Instagram, my Facebook, everything else. Your body are full of tattoos, right? Yes, I have tattoos everywhere. I've got, I don't know, like probably 40% of my back tattooed. I've got a full sleeve. I've got my chest, my throat, my neck, my knee, my shins, calf. I would consider myself heavily tattooed, for sure. And I think a lot of people would too, like, you know, if I'm wearing a tank top, this alone, I think when people get their throats tattooed, that you look super tattooed, you know? Because it's just like right there, bam. Or if you have your face tattooed, yeah. Like, even if I'm wearing like a hoodie, like if I'm wearing a sweater and a hat and everything, and I've got like boots on and socks, like it's still there. If you want to go see all of my tattoos, go check out my Instagram. Yo. Make sure you figure out, you know, what you're doing, or like if you really want to deal with having your ears stretched. I guess it all depends on your lifestyle and your job, you know. If it's a little bit more flexible, obviously I would say do whatever you want to do, you know. Yeah. How do I spell my name on Instagram? It's HEIDILAVON. It's Heidi Lavon. It's also in the description box above, I believe. Yeah. Yay. So yeah, if you're just tuning in, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people coming in and coming out. My name is Heidi Lavon. You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and today I didn't really have like a super solid topic. I was just like, I'm just going to get up on this thing and freestyle. Sometimes that's all you can do, you know? If you overthink, because I have like a really bad tendency of like overanalyzing. So. Oh, thank you. That's super sweet. Thank you, Jenny. Yeah. Did my face tattoo hurt? No, not really. The worst part about getting your face tattooed, or for me at least, was laying on the table, because my face was like smashed into a table the whole time. So that was kind of uncomfortable. So, Thank you. Yeah, I have friends who have like way more tattoos than me actually, or just as tattooed. People with like full back tattoos, like, oh my gosh. My friend Victoria she's like covered in tattoos. She's like working on a suit. So am I, but hers is more like fluid, I guess you could say. Cohesive. Cohesive? I guess that's the word. Yes. But she actually just got her pelvic area tattooed, like all the way down, y'all. Down. Like, from her like belly button or underneath it all the way down. So, yeah, it's crazy. It's so crazy. Like, I couldn't do that. I don't even have that tattooed. I have like one of my hips tattooed and that's about it. I've got one side of my butt tattooed. That's about it. I have not gone into the pelvic region yet. I'd imagine that I will sometime, but I don't know when. I really never know when I'm going to get tattooed. I'm just like, oh, I feel like getting tattooed. I might be getting tattooed next week in Pasadena at the Golden State Tattoo Convention. We'll see. We shall see. Because I'm a baby. But, yeah, I think so far, thus far, I'm planned to get tattooed Saturday afternoon at like 1. So, I mean, Saturday, that's like the best day of the convention. Usually it's the most busiest, the most foot traffic. And that's like a great day, time of day. Yes. So, yeah. Thigh tattoos. Tattoos, they don't really hurt. They don't hurt as much as most other tattoo areas hurt. Yes. For me, it was pretty easy. It's just like a big slab of meat. So, you know. Yeah, it is a luck dragon. That is Falkor from the Neverending Story. Yeah. You guys are like super duper awesome. Thank you for coming and asking me questions and being all lab and junk on here with me. Who is my role model? You guys, who's my role model? Probably my oldest sister. All of my sisters. I don't know. They're all amazing. I have 3 older sisters. I am the youngest sister of 4 girls. So growing up was like, man, dude, growing up was like the worst. Because, you know, if you have sisters, you like fight all the time. And we like steal each other's makeup and clothes. And oh my gosh. So like knowing your sister as a kid, like a little girl, versus, you know, getting along with them as an adult. So now it's like adult to adult, and it's so much better, you know. You guys can actually carry on, and you understand what you're talking about, and everybody's old enough to talk about certain things, and yeah, and then they start taking you a little bit more serious, and you have to earn their respect. It's really cool, you know. And I hear it's a lot like military. You got to earn the respect. You got to give it to get it. So yeah, so I look up to my older sisters quite a bit. Yes, they do. They have a ton of awards at tattoo conventions. And if you haven't been to a tattoo convention, you should totally go. They're fun. For me, I'd say my favorite part about going to a tattoo show is seeing everybody that I meet off of social media. It's like awesome. It's like a rush. You're like, oh my gosh, dude, what's up? Like in real life. And I also get really anxious too at the same time, but it's like a good anxious. It's like a, oh my gosh, you know? So yeah. And then you just get to network. You get to kind of like do whatever, either whether you're working or getting tattooed. You're hanging out with a bunch of people who also want to be there for the same reason. So yeah. And everybody's pretty cool, you know? There's quite a bit of people that I'm going to be meeting next week at the Golden State show that I've only talked to on the social medias. So I want to be like, what's up, dude? You know, giving a lot of hugs. Yeah. You guys are so awesome and nice. Advice for first-time tattoos. You know, I would say my advice for getting a tattoo, make sure you know what you're doing with your life. Make sure you maybe have an idea or inclination as to what you're going to be doing with the rest of your life and or what job you're going to be holding. I mean, tattoos in the workplace, like, it's 2017, so there's a lot more, like, lax, and people are a lot more liberal and less conservative. I mean, even the conservatives that I've met or out there, they've eased up a little bit as well. So yeah. So as far as advice on that, make sure you know a good artist who's going to do it. Make sure you get it someplace where, I don't want to say get a tattoo you can cover, because who wants to do that? But if you're not sure about what you're going to do with your life, get it in a discreet place. That's my advice. Shout out from Rhode Island. What's up, Brandon? I have never been to Rhode Island in my life. Ever. Oh, I love the Never Ending Story. Atreyu! Yes. So if you love the Never Ending Story, this is Falkor tattooed on my chest. I have a lot of people ask me. It is one of my favorite tattoos. I'd say my favorite tattoos are tattoos that remind me of my childhood. So nostalgia. Yeah, so that would be one of my favorites. And then I've got like Chucky from Child's Play over here. I love this tattoo. It's the best. I think I want to get Spike from Gremlins tattooed here. And I'm somewhere, maybe on my inner thigh, I'll get Tiffany from Child's Play. I think it's 3, Chucky 3. And that's my favorite one too, because I love Jennifer Tilly. She's great. She's great. Yes, so if you're just also tuning in and you have no idea who I am, that's okay, because I don't know who you are either. And that's what we're doing today, is we're just getting to know each other. But my name is Heidi Vaughn. You can find me on every social media platform known to man. I use Instagram the most. I'm going to be trying to do, not trying, there's only do, you guys. I'm going to be doing live videos more frequently. I'd say probably a Thursday evening, kind of like today. So if y'all want to tune in again and ask me some questions and whatever, and if you guys have any topic suggestions that I could talk about, great. I am a female in the tattooed industry, so I have a lot of people ask me, you know, how is it being a female in the tattoo industry, period? You know, how are you modeling? How do you model? How did you start modeling? How long have you done this? And yeah, so that's what we're here to do, is talk. And yeah, I think it would be really cool doing like a live video, maybe when I'm shooting, maybe, you know, maybe James can ask me some questions, or we can ask the model questions. I think that would actually be really fun, having like a guest like on the show, and maybe do like a photo session, and then ask the model some questions, ask the model where you can find their work, you know, ask them their favorite thing about modeling, like whatever. Like a living scarecrow. Damn. I don't know if that's a compliment or a negative comment, but that's okay. It takes a lot to offend me. I'm just gonna let y'all know right now. Where should you go to get your first tattoo? I'm not really sure. You're gonna have to do some homework. What's up? How much? How to cover a band? Like a band tattoo, like an arm tattoo? How to? I think that's what you're asking me. You just get a big dark tattoo over it. I don't know. Or you can get it lasered off. You can get that tattoo lasered off, because everybody has a tattoo that they super hate. Like I love my hands. Like I love the idea and the theme of it. However, I had like a crazy skin reaction. I cannot be drawn on, like just with a Sharpie. There's no way. You guys. So 5 years ago, I got my hands tattooed, right? Look at this. Let's talk about it. So look, you see how cloudy they are, right? This one's not as bad. This one's bleh. So when I got tattooed, it wasn't the artist's fault. It had nothing to do with that. My skin just freaked out. I have really sensitive skin. I feel like I should have known that before we started. But he just freehanded on my hand like no big deal. There are a ton of artists out there that freehand the whole entire piece, back pieces, leg pieces, and they just tattoo over it and it heals just fine. Only with me, I cannot be drawn on with a Sharpie. There's no way. I have to have a stencil. Otherwise, when he tattooed me, you know, your hands or your skin goes through the process of healing. It's like, I don't know, it could be up to 14 days, like 2 weeks, right? And the first couple days I was like, all right, they're healing, like I get it. Then they started to get like a little itchy, like they were healing, and they were healing. And then all of a sudden, the scabs would just fall off. It was not cute. It was very painful. I didn't know what to do. It had never happened to me before. I was kind of freaking out a little bit. So I was like, I don't know what to do. And anytime it dried up and healed with like a scab, it would just peel off, like underneath wouldn't heal. So I had my tattoo artist go back over my hands and re-tattoo through it. It was brutal, you guys. Like it was brutal. It was like reopening an open wound that was already there, you know? But he did that and then it healed finally. But in so doing that, they healed, but they just healed cloudy because I had a skin reaction. So moral of the story, find out if your skin is sensitive like mine. So before you get drawn on. I do not have a Pinterest. I do have, I have an Instagram, which I'm on most of the time probably. I have a YouTube. I'm trying to be better about making YouTube videos. I suck, you guys. But yeah, I'm on Instagram most of the time. I do have a Facebook. All of my details are in the description box above. And I will also be on Is My Girl. It is a new platform that Inked Mag is putting out for y'all to visit, for models and, you know, tattooed models, alternative models to sign up for. It's basically a platform where us as models can share all of our work, you know, full photo sets, videos, travel plans, like the works. So, yeah. So you just, you know, you should go visit. You go visit. That's what you do. What's my favorite dinner? I was talking about this earlier. I like Mexican food. A girl, you gotta get your girl some Mexican food and she will quit bitching. Let me tell you. All right. Anything smothered in cheese and sour cream. Ugh. Don't get me started, y'all. Anyways, so yes. So if you're just tuning in, my name is Heidi Levan. All of my details are in the description box above. I do a number of things. I'm here to talk about also a number of things weekly, ranging from tattoos, tattoos in the workplace, being a model, modeling, whatever, tattoo shows, whatever questions you guys might have. So if I know the answer, I will say the answer, obviously. And yeah. So I think I'm gonna sign off. Again, this is where you can find my work on Instagram, because I'm probably on Instagram the most. Go ahead and screenshot this. Doop. Yeah, y'all have been super awesome, and I'm glad I was able to get on. I was really nervous. I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. But yeah, I did it. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any more questions at all, visit my Instagram, DM me, send me a message, whatever, and I will see you guys next week. Oh my gosh. I will see y'all next week at the Golden State Tattoo Convention. If you're going, find me. If you see me, come up to me. Let's take a selfie. Let's hug it out. Let's do some high fives and all of that. So yeah, I'll see you guys there. And yeah, thank you so much, Inked Mag, for having me. I will see you guys next week. Bye.